your child only learns about money in school, my dear, it's already too late. So they've already been watching you. They've already been watching you save. They've been watching how you panic when the bills come and how you celebrate when it's payday. You'll be surprised what kids actually know. Some kids actually know when their parents get paid because they know your mood changes. Yes, they're already copying you. Now they think that when they get paid, they should celebrate. So I know that we say this a lot, that the very first teachers your children will ever have are not their school teachers. It's actually you, right? Yes, I know that we say it a lot, but do we really believe it as parents? When it comes to something as important as money, parents cannot outsource that responsibility. Now, this is not a parenting channel. It is a financial literacy channel. But this back to school season, and it just triggered my thinking about what we teach our children about finance. So yes, I appreciate what schools and teachers are doing. Don't get me wrong. In some places, they're even adding financial literacy to the curriculum. If you watch my last video about Ontario is doing that. The UK is doing that as well. So that's great. But let's get real. Most of what I knew about money as a child didn't come from sit-down lectures. It didn't. My parents never said, oh, here's how to budget. Not really. They never did that. But I saw how they treated money. My mother is watching this. And I absorbed it. The good, the bad, and everything in between. And now as adults, we know better. We can be more intentional. And here's a beautiful part. You don't need to be perfect with money to teach your kids. You don't have to be Warren Buffett. You can be someone that is still figuring it out. I'm still figuring out. And still you can teach your kids exactly where you are. And still be able to raise children who will be better with money than you ever were. I'll give you an example with AI. I don't know as much about AI as my 12-year-old daughter does, or as my 9-year-old son does. But you know what? The AI conversation, I brought it up. And guess what? They have learned a lot more, and it's as if they are teaching me. It's the same thing with money as a parent. You can actually begin to talk about money. You'll be surprised the perspectives that they will bring. You'll be surprised the amount of research those kids will do and give you back some feedback. Now, here's the thing. I have children in different age ranges, right? I have a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 6-year-old. But I don't talk to all of them the same way about money, right? I talk to them differently because of their ages. So for the kids who are between 3 years and 6 years, right? At that age, kids learn through play and they learn through repetition. So start with something as simple as a piggy bank. You see the thing about piggy banks? It's actually showing those kids that money has a place, right? That money is not just for spending. You can actually keep it. So when grandma gives them like $5, instead of running straight to the candy store or buying ice cream, ensure that they drop a part of it in the piggy bank. You always teach them that no matter how small the money they get from anywhere, they keep a little aside, that's what should go into the piggy bank. And you can make it fun. You can have 3 transparent jars and go, oh, this one is for spending, this one is for sharing, like when they have to buy birthday gifts for their friends, and this one is for saving. When you begin to teach them that money is also for sharing, right, they see that money isn't just for them and it can bless others too. So you see, it's financial literacy. We are teaching them lifelong values about kindness. Now, for kids who are in elementary from 7 to maybe elementary to middle school, 7 to 12, those ones, they are now very curious. Oh my God. I remember when my son became 7, 8, the amount of questions that he asked me, or he kept asking me. They are very curious at that age and they notice a lot of things. This is time to start talking about choices. Take them grocery shopping with you, take them to different stores, don't shop in one place. And tell them why you went there and why you went there for this item and you're going to this place for this item. Show them why you picked the store brand instead of brand name. I do that a lot in Real Canadian. So that's Superstore here in Canada. Don't worry. So let them see that prices are not just numbers. It affects what comes home. Yes. You can also give them a small allowance, right? But don't just hand it over. Attach a responsibility. So you can say, here's $10 for the week. You can spend it. But if you run out, that's it. They'll learn quickly that money is finite. And I know parents don't like being vulnerable with kids. Be vulnerable with sense. I'm not saying tell them everything. But if you mess up financially, please don't hide it from your children. They don't need every detail. But they need to see that money actually comes with responsibility. You can say something like this, and I do with my kids. We can't buy you a keyboard now. We can't buy you a piano now because we're saving for something bigger. That's a powerful lesson for that child. Now let's go to the fun group, the group that every parent, we love to have them because they can help with chores, but they can be a bit difficult. Teenagers, 13 to 18. Now we're in dangerous waters, right? For those who have teenagers, my daughter is going to be a teenager next year. I'm looking forward to it with prayers, because by now, when they are teenagers, TikTok and their friends are teaching them. So at this point, you're actually going to just be doing real world application. So I'd say you teach them about budgets, not complicated spreadsheet, just the basics. I'm doing a budget video soon, so you'll see what I mean by just basic. You show them how much comes into the house and how much goes to bills and how much is left. If they get a part-time job, for example, and at the age of 14, yeah, they could have a part-time job. Don't let them blow it all on sneakers or on fast food. It's very tempting. I remember I had worked for my dad when I was 13, and I remember him paying me very small money, like maybe 150 bucks or something. And the first thing that would come to my mind every time was to buy these little beads that they sold in the north in Kano at that time. I love them so crazy. I love them so much. And some of them was another type of bead. They call it jigida. I don't know if you lived in the north, just explain what jigida means. And that jigida, my money went into that as well. Instead of allowing your kid who is already earning, spend, guide them into splitting their money, part savings, part spending, and always remember part giving. So here's the kicker. Start talking about debts before they leave your house. Because at the age of 18, a lot of them are going to go to college or to university or something. So you start talking about credit from 14. Talk about credit cards. Talk about interest rate. Talk about student loans. Let them watch Dave Ramsey. He puts the fear of debt into people. So let them know that borrowing money is not free. It's the most expensive thing they will ever do if they are not careful. Okay, for those of you who are older children, you're not left out too. So from ages 18 to 21, by this stage, you're not going to be commanding any child. You're now your child's life coach. They're making decisions on their own. If you're lucky, they'll consult you. This is when you introduce things like investing. The child is 18. They're like, oh, are you investing? I expect that you'd have introduced it before, to be honest. But sometimes there's too much dead handling. So, okay, maybe you take it easy. At that age, 18, you begin to introduce them to compound interest. Yes. Emergency fund. Yes. And encourage them to open savings accounts, maybe even a tax-free account like your TFSA in Canada or an ISA account in the UK or similar accounts anywhere else. Even in Nigeria, there are high interest savings accounts in good financial institutions that you can trust, that you can actually use. But remember, they will always copy what they saw you doing when they were growing up. If you're the type of parents that swipes credit card endlessly, okay, well, don't be surprised when they start doing the same thing. If you're the type who budgets, saves, and even talks openly about money at the dinner table, they will carry that behavior forward too. So parents, here's the bottom line. Don't wait for schools to do what you were called to do. Don't wait for schools. It was good making those babies. A lot of us prayed for those children to come. Now it's time to get responsible. It's not easy. I promise you, I have 3 of them at home, but you can. Money is very important. Start small. Start where you are. Even if you're not where you want to be financially, you can raise a child to do better than you. It's not enough for you to say, you will be better than me. You know how African parents pray for our children. I wish my Yoruba friends would come and say it. They will say, you will do better than me, you will do better than. It's not just by praying for that child. It's by doing it, showing them. Then they will now do better than you. Because children don't just listen to what you say. They live out what you show them. It's scary. Even me as a parent saying this thing, I'm thinking of all the things and all the behaviors I'm modeling towards my children. And I'm scared. But you can't just stay afraid. You can't. You have to take responsibility and you have to do something. Model the right behavior for your children. Financial behavior. Do it today. Start now. If you've been getting it wrong, I don't care if the child is leaving your house soon. It doesn't matter. The little you can do, do it. Even the conversations about, hey, I made this mistake. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I should have done this. I should have done that. Talk about it. That will help them realize that, oh, okay, that's not the way to go. What I saw was the wrong behavior my parents were modeling. They were even humble and honest enough to share with me that that's the wrong behavior and this is the right behavior. And who knows, that could actually be the turnaround that child needs. So please talk to your child about money today. Then tell me how it goes. I am considering that maybe in a few months, maybe, I don't know, when in the future, I will be organizing a financial literacy class just for kids, right? And I'll bring financial literacy experts who have handled talking to kids about money, and we'll talk about and we'll talk to these kids about money. If it's something that you might interest you, let me know. We'll put the numbers together and see if it's okay to put the class together. I'll keep you posted. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for coming to my channel, and subscribe, comment, share, please. All right, thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.